Day 2 of week 9, but more importantly, the final day of the regular season here for the CCL in season 3. My name is McCormick. Alongside myself is Cruz and Spaz. And we've got a matchup between number 24th ranked UTK Orange and Zips Esports in the top cut of the Appalachian region. Not only is this an opportunity for UTK Orange to lock themselves into the playoffs, but more importantly, Zips Esports, they're looking to go ahead and win out here in week number 9 and give themselves a shot at being in the top 4 of the top cut of the Appalachian division. It's going to be a great night of matches, a great end to the regular season, but more importantly, we've got the regional qualifiers coming up next week, and I couldn't be happier.
I mean, we're in for a really good night here. I'm pretty sure Zips right now, they are pretty locked in, but they would like to get a win over another top cut team tonight, make themselves finish around 6-4 in the region here. So I think the one thing that we really got to be looking for tonight, though, if we're looking at this match like head on, it's really got to be UTK. They really need to come out. They got to do what they do best. They got to win their respawns. They got a 60-2 hard point record, a 12-2 control record. If they can keep that up, they'll absolutely be in a great spot to be able to win the series. I mean, if you're looking over at the side of Zips Esports, what we really need to see them do, their hard point record hasn't been too hot, 10-8 in total right now. But I mean, if we're looking at Search and Destroy, it's the exact same at 10-5 for both teams. So they really need to be able to find their success tonight and Search and Destroy and Control if they want to win this series.
Well, looking at the overall map set, map number 1, we've got Raid for our Search and Destroy. We're going to Moscow, and then to end out the first 3 games, it's back on Raid for the Control. If we need to go to the distance, it's Garrison for Hardpoint, and then Express S&D will end out the best of 5 series, and more importantly, will end out these 2 teams' regular seasons. More importantly, though, speaking for not only UTK Orange, but Zips Esports as well, the big thing is that they've already guaranteed themselves to at least have a shot to make playoffs. Right now, UTK Orange, with a win tonight, they lock themselves into playoffs, being in the top 4 spot inside of the top cut. However, looking to the side of Zips Esports, I will say this. They're in the 6th place spot right now inside of the top cut, 11-4 overall inside of the season. But realistically speaking, they are going to have a shot in the regional qualifier. They've guaranteed themselves a first-round bye inside of that regional qualifier as well. And folks, if you're wondering how that's going to be playing out, every team from the top cut will be in the qualifier except for the top 4 teams in the top cut. And then the top 4 teams from the bottom cut in each region will go ahead and be in that regional qualifier as well. It'll be 12 teams. 8 teams will play in the first round. The top 4 seeds, meaning the top 4 teams that did not automatically qualify for playoffs in the top cut, will get the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th seeds. Basically the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds inside the regional qualifier. But either way, folks, UTK Orange on the left, Zips Esports on the right. Raid Hardpoint starts us off here for day number 2 of week number 9.
And I mean, if we're looking at both these 2 teams on Raid Hardpoint, I love this map pick from Zips Esports. They are 4-1 on the map, easily their best hardpoint that they've had so far. But if you're looking over at UTK Orange, they are 3-0. But I mean, you know what? You never know. They could end up finding their first loss here to Zips Esports. And I mean, Zips, there they go. They're able to get a couple kills and find some time inside the hill. But so far, so good for the side of UTK Orange, as they're off to a pretty good start here.
Rocking up the most time on P1, very valuable, especially if you don't have those rotational spawns over towards P2. However, as we start looking towards middle map, player number 4 and Revise is going to be pushing up 5-1 here, leading the way for both of the 2 teams inside of map number 1. And if he can get a pick here with this Krig inside of Kitchen, it'll be huge, but right now just waiting for his team to push around through the back. Goose Fava will find one there on to Kit, looking towards the back. College athlete, almost able to get gunned, however, will stay alive for the time being. And Toabs in middle map, we're going to be able to find 2 that's going to keep UTK at bay for a bit of time. Zips Esports looking to push back through middle map and contain and remain in control for point number 2.
Oh, but we got to keep an eye on player number 2. He's making a big flank through the back end lane. If he can find these players, he can absolutely make a big play for the spawns back here. He's only able to get 1, though. So spawns will continue to spawn up for Zips Esports towards that back jungle. But, I mean, the pinch has come in now from the side of UTK, so they should be able to clear these out. They get the spawns, and these last 30 seconds, they should have a pretty comfortable area to be able to hold it down with those back spawns.
Kit to the front. Final 25 seconds here in P2. Rotations on over towards the next hardpoint belong to Zips Esports, but realistically speaking, for Zips Esports, they had the majority of time inside of this hill, or at least the spawns provisionally for Kitchen hardpoint. They didn't get any time whatsoever, so on point number 3, rotation over towards the garage, they've got to do a better job of maintaining time in the hill. You've only got 1 player with 10 seconds, 2 players with a second apiece. UTK Orange, it's a testament to their slang and being able to get in towards the point, but Zips Esports, they've got to be able to lock down a hill in order to get some time.
Yeah, Yeah, they absolutely do need to hold down this hill right now. But there we go. 2 kills already in their way. That's a great start for them. Revised is going to have to back up a little bit here after finding one, but he drops as well to Tobes. So, I mean, so far so good for Zips Esports. They're able to at least hold on to the first 15 here, and that's something that we can't say about the last hill we saw them on with an early rotation. So this is a much better hold coming from the side of Zips Esports so far.
To the front, Gustavo Krieg once again looking to make plays for the side of UTK Orange. Will get traded out instantaneously, and now it's going to be Alstro through the back looking for a couple shots there onto Kit. It finds one. College Athlete trades out once again, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're on the side of Zips Esports, and if you're a fan as well. They hold down an entire 60 seconds over towards point 3. Even though UTK Orange get those rotations over towards the basketball court, you are completely happy because you did what you couldn't do on the kitchen. You held down the hard point, and as a caster, as somebody who was critical of that last hold, I'm glad that they were able to go ahead and hold that full 60.
Yeah, but now here comes the scary part, though. UTK has a chance to be able to set up and try to get a full 60 of their own back here, but you're seeing the pinch starting to develop from Zips Esports. They're trying to push in through the jungle, and you've got player number 8 taking shots downrange from inside that bedroom. With how far forward players 5 and 6 are pushed up, you're going to force a spawn out for the side of UTK Orange. But, I mean, they were able to win a couple more gunfights down towards the bottom of the hill, so at least they should be able to hold on to these back spawns for the time being.
Big pinch play coming through. Alstro finds one. Gustavo inside of the point gets another. 30 seconds left on point number 4. We'll rotate over towards the middle map inside of where player number 6 is in just about 25 seconds. However, racking up a ton of time, UTK Orange flips the script from what Zips Esports was able to do over towards P4, and they're going to be able to hold down what seems to be basically another full 60 seconds. So that's 2 trades back and forth of full 60s for both of the teams. Something that's kind of a rarity in hardpoint. You'll usually see a team at least maybe fight for a little bit of time and find that scrap time eventually throughout the hill. But both of these two teams showing their supremacy, showing their dominance, and their ability to hold down hills and be able to make trades, make plays happen as a cohesive unit. 60 seconds pop in P number 5. UTK Orange have the rotation. Zips Esports, they've got to break this one soon if they want a chance at holding a lot of time here in point number 5.
Yeah, I mean, the positions that Zips were in right now, they absolutely have a chance to try to make a break on him, but player number 4 wins a huge gunfight onto Statue. That's going to give him complete overwatch of his team in the middle of the map, and now UTK should be able to run up and get a little bit of time here. They stop the push down. Really, the only player who can really make a big difference right now is player number 6, but he has already been spotted out by Slayin. He's going to win the gunfight, and this is going to lock down just even more time for the side of UTK Orange. Outside of that garage hill where we saw a 60-second hold from Zips Esports, It has really just been all UTK Orange through the first half of this game.
Up through water steps, 2 players trying to crowd it, trying to make this pinch play happen. One slides out, the other one's there for the bait and switch. However, it only serves for 1 kill as 2 of them go down. UTK Orange, they go ahead and retain retention of this hill once again. That's really been the story, as you pointed out beforehand. More or less, Zips Esports, they've had their shining moments. They've had their opportunities inside of this game to go ahead and keep it even with UTK Orange. But the last 2 hills, breaking it almost seems impossible. Once UTK Orange have a hold on the hills, Zips Esports has not shown that they're able to go ahead and be able to break through the front of UTK Orange's holds or through the back either. And once again, continues. Zips Esports, they hold that for the first 10 seconds of time. UTK Orange, they break right through the front door, and Gustavo goes ahead and wins a big one, slaying on 4 now. UTK Orange, they turned it up about at P4, and they haven't showed any signs of slowing down here thus far.
I mean, I think you got to look back at the last hill, or at P2, the last time through. You saw Zips Esports get the early setup and the early rotation over there, and within 10 seconds, UTK Orange was able to break through and flip the spawns out completely for their side, giving them an easy 40 seconds. If Zips is able to hold on to that time, they're able to maybe bring this game back a little bit. We're in for at least a little bit closer of a game here. Zips Esports, once again, now trying to get the full setup here, but you can see the pinch starting to develop already from UTK Orange. Everybody's trying to push in through this jungle side. They want these back spawns, and Slayin's able to win 2 big gunfights with the 74U in the back, and that's going to basically all but guarantee them spawns, and maybe even the rest of the game.
That's a beautiful pinch play right there on top of Slayin, being able to mix, master, and move around the map. UTK Orange, again, it's just been non-stop pushes, non-stop assaults. Nobody on the team really outperforming one another in terms of slaying. And then you look at Zips Esports, 6 and 22 from Kit. That's not really going to get you anywhere in terms of slaying on the map and presence whatsoever. Tobes is a 22 and 14, so you have a player that has been able to carry the torch for your roster, and that's basically where that 85 seconds of time comes from. He's able to slay out while his teammates are holding in and around the hill. But UTK Orange, it doesn't matter. They're back and forth. They're left and right. They're everywhere on the map where the side of Zips Esports is, and close close them out every single time. 20 more seconds just left in this hill. Enough time to get the side of UTK Orange the win here in map number 1. Zips Esports, they're shut down through the front. They've got to fly through middle map now. Player number 5 in Nart is going to fall. That's it. That's going to do it. 5 more seconds. Nobody home. UTK Orange take a very, very convincing map number 1, 250-86 to give them the 1-0 series lead.
And I mean, that contest from the back still wasn't even enough. Like we saw them get UTK Orange pushed just a little bit too far forward, which caused the spawn on the back for the side of Zips Esports. And even with the spawn in the back, they had 3 players who were reinforced back there, still not able to break those spawns and even contest for a long enough time to see one more hard point. We only saw 7 hard points to that entire map, and they all went in the way of UTK Orange. McCormick, I will just say you look fantastic tonight.
Thank
sir.
you. I know it's a new look that I'm trying out, and hopefully you at home enjoy it as well. And if you just want to direct your attention to the right side of the screen, Cruz and Spaz's beautiful, sexy faces there. So keep your attention on that while we try to work out the camera issues. But either way, there's more issues that the side of Zips Esports needs to work out. Jesse, at the very beginning of this, you were talking about how hard points were going to be the bane of existence for Zips Esports, and going forward that they are going to need to focus on the search and destroy and the control in order to win this series. That still holds true after that first hard point, but now with the momentum on the side of UTK Orange, which team's in the driver's seat to take this series if it's not the side of UTK Orange instead of at least in the hard points?
See, now I'm a little bit worried because that was, like I said, going into that was the best hard point for the side of UTK Orange at for Zips Esports at 4-1. Their only loss on that map before that last 100-point club that we just seen was a 250-244 loss. So that's really, really tough if you're looking at them now, because now they're going to have to be able to win both search and destroys and probably a control to pick up the rest of the series, like we said at the start. And I mean, if you're looking into this next one, we're going to Moscow search and destroy, and UTK Orange still very good at this map, coming in at 4-1, and you're looking over the side of Zips Esports coming into it at 4-2. So I mean, really, this one could go either way, but I'm still looking to the side of UTK Orange right now. Just the pure gun skill that we saw in that first game, it just looked like they were maybe overpowering Zips Esports a little bit there.
I could absolutely agree with that. And, as we look to the Moscow search and destroy, once again, both of these teams look relatively even, at least in terms of record on this map. For the side of UTK Orange, 4-1 map count on Moscow search and destroy here in season 3. For the side of Zips Esports, it's 4-2. So when we look at these two teams, how they stack up against one another going into the search and destroy, in my mind, I'm sitting here asking myself, okay, well, comparatively, in map number 1, we see a 3-0 map count for UTK Orange, 4-1 for the side of Zips Esports. Now it's on Moscow. This is going to be a bit different. However, the side of UTK Orange, the one mode they have struggled in a little bit more so than others has been their search and destroy. So Zips Esports does need to capitalize, if you said beforehand. We'll just have to wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. But realistically speaking, Zips Esports, they are a very good team. To get into the top cut of the Appalachian Division was not a very easy task whatsoever.
Not at all.
I mean, Appalachian Division has been a very, very competitive region thus far throughout the entirety of Season 3. So the fact that they're able to get into the top cut and have a top 4 seed in the regional qualifier right now, at least secured, and still fighting for an automatic qualification into the playoffs without even having to go through the regional qualifier in and of itself is a feat already. So we'll have to see what they can do as the season winds down, if they can make it into playoffs. But more importantly, Moscow Search and Destroy is on the front, and that's where we're going to turn our attention to. Jesse, what do we need to be paying attention for here on Moscow?
I mean, you gotta respect the B-bomb site push now. We are more than halfway through the year for this title. B-bomb site is no longer an exiled bomb site. People have learned how to play it, and you are going to see it hit way more often than that A site nowadays. Middle map control is so important on Moscow, especially come defense, and I think that's just the main battle I got to be looking for from both these teams. It's just that B battle over and over again.
Yeah, well, I mean, the B battle, it's going to be one up close and personal a lot of the time, but there's a lot of long-range angles out there as well that you can hold from the defensive side, namely over by Platt and Checkers, over towards outer B Street, and also inside of the B-bomb window. You can look over towards at A Street and watch for a push and watch anybody pushing up through middle map as well. However, we're just going to have to wait and see here. A still the preferred bomb site, at least the majority of the time. Potential new weapons being used on this map as well, as the meta has been shifted after the mid-season update for Season 2 that came through, I believe, last night. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here on Moscow. And we've already got Milano out here from Nards. We'll see what he can do here off the rip, as he's going to be pushing over towards this A side. Pre-aim there. Nobody coming up from the middle map push on Eskies, at least for the time being. Trade back and forth between Slayin and Revise. Tobes is going to be able to find 2, and I believe the plant is going to come through as well. So the A-bomb site is going to have about 45 seconds left until it goes down. Alstral on the flank here through Eskies. 45 seconds remain.
And I mean, if you're Zips Esports, why not even try to pull out that Milano? And you just guaranteed yourself a first round win there. I mean, I don't think he found anything with it, but might as well throw it out there. You lost that first map. You got to win this one. So throw anything you can at the other team at this point. I mean, that's a pretty clean round, too. They were able to find the first 2 picks, get that bomb down, and just basically easy work from that point on. Just use their man advantage and come away with the round win. I mean, that's what you love to see from a team who absolutely needs to win a search and destroy.
Absolutely.
Right,
I mean, you got to love, that slow peek by the AR around that right side hand corner over the bomb site, get that first pick. And even though the trade does come through, with Tobes finding 2 kills, it's very, very easily in order to get those and then able to obviously pick up that last and final kill onto Alstro. But as we keep Tobes on screen, 74U still out, still rocking. And even though it did receive a little bit of a nerf, it is still a very, very viable gun here inside of Cold War. First kill going to go to Tobes. That's 4-0, 4 versus 3 now on the site. UTK Orange looking to push up, trades it back out at 3 versus 3.
Oh, Tobes does get dropped, though, so he's going to lose those streaks. We're going to be left in a 2 versus 2 now. Slayen's able to find one more. Hearts, though, with the flank from behind, he's able to find one. He's got that Milano, and he finds the second. Zips Esports taking a 2-0 lead here.
And that is beautiful right there, too, because, it wasn't like a full wrap flank through, all the way around and back through elbow to come up the back staircase. That was just a beautiful play up through middle map. You usually expect on the offensive side, the defense maybe to hit a very fast S-key push through middle map to get behind you very, very quickly. Right there, Nards makes a great play and just has a very nice methodical and slow push to where the side of UTK Orange, when they're focused on people either inside of office or back over towards that long left side push, he's able just to come up, sneak around, get those 2 kills and the round very easily. Almost didn't go out in his favor, and there almost was a bit of a turn on, but then Milano showing what it can do here after that mid-season update. Round, though, Zips Esports pushing through middle map. Alstro actually doesn't see anybody in middle map and wraps back to the rest of his teammates. However, it looks like they are going to be pushing this a little bit slower over towards B. They've got a great head glitch in the back. The side of Zips Esports needs to be very, very careful here, especially with Tobes just playing there with trying to play his life.
I was going to say there was a possibility of a little bit of a pinch developing from Gusava, but not going to be the case. He's actually just going to be the lone player over here by A, just trying to spot it out. He should catch Tobes off guard, and that's going to be the case here. And I mean, I'd be interested to see if the rest of Zips Esports are going to decide to wrap out, but it looks like they might just try to play for a bit of a pick here. Just trying to see if they can find anything at the moment just towards this A site, because with the way that all their players are moving, this has to be the site that they're choosing to go towards now, and you have Gusava still just sitting here ready to and waiting.
That's a great play there from Slayen, who just holds that angle, and they thought that the side of UTK Orange was going to rotate over towards B, at least with everybody on the side of Zips Esports pushed up through middle map, and they hadn't seen anything over towards A. So for the side of Zips Esports, it was trying to be in higher IQ play and say, okay, well, we kind of have them on the back of their heels right now. We've made this rotation work in our favor. Now we can hit back over towards A, but these guys are just sitting there over at A, just waiting.
Are we seeing those shots from Slayen?
Yeah, no, that was beautiful.
Oh my god!
And I mean, that's just the Krig. The Krig has turned into a beautiful main AR weapon that I think really is highlighted in a way that the ICR was back inside of Black Ops 4, because when you have an AR like the ICR or like the Krig 6, they're very, very, very beamy. They do not move basically at all, and they kill extremely quickly, and they can be somewhat mobile. So if you are getting on those head glitches, you have to beware, because that Krig 9 times out of 10 is going to beat you in those long-range gunfights, or really any gunfight where they're sat up and being able to wait for somebody to come through.
We're starting to see a very, very aggressive B hit coming from the side of UTK Orange here as well. They're able to even the man count out, and of course it's Slayen. Why wouldn't he be right now? He is just absolutely wrecking everybody on the map, and actually there's only going to be one person left for the side of Zips Esports. He falls already as well. So UTK Orange, after going down to right off the rip, they're able to bounce back with 2 nice round wins of their own. And I mean, you got to be on the lookout for Slayen right now. He's got to be getting close to streaks, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And another thing I want to, kind of point out too is normally in an S&D and a setup 2-2, usually you see a common trend of being able to only win offenses or only win defenses, and it goes back and forth. But both teams have showed, at least for the time being, that they have a little bit of strength both on offense and defense and the capability to win rounds. So as we get into these next couple of rounds, realistically, it's going to be the team who then gets the upper and hot hand, getting ahead maybe a round or two, and that could really decide the game, even though it's still early on. However, Slayen over towards his right side, looking for a couple of players, and you did point out he could be on streaks, but Gusava also on a 3 spree. So both of these 2 players looking for shots. Slayen not able to escape with his life. However, Revives is there to go ahead and find the shots over the top. Gets back to safety with the rest of his teammates over in towards the Eskies. And this is a little bit unorthodox on the side of UTK Orange. Everybody inside of Eskies right now, player number 8 looking to make that long wrap back over towards office. 3 versus 2. UTK Orange have the advantage, but the bomb is down over towards A.
That's got to be worst case scenario for Zips Esports. They push onto that site in a 4 versus 2 and come away with only 2 people left to the 3 to the side of UTK Orange. So basically able to come away in a 1 versus 3 over on the other side was the side of Zips Esports, or was the side of UTK Orange. So that's never something you want to see on somebody's offense. And they might try to wrap this bomb out, but Gustavo's going to be there waiting. But Kit with some nice shots. And now they look to wrap this bomb back towards A. Not going to be the right choice, though.
He was already weak, and now it's Narts there looking to make another 1 versus 2 possible, but it does not happen. UTK Orange, after going down 0-2, they've won 3 in a row now with the series advantage still firmly in their hands, but more importantly, the S&D within their grasps to take another round here and make it 4-2. Biggest round of the game thus far for the side of Zips Esports. You got to tie it up 3-3 right here. You never want to go down 4-2 in an S&D. You never want to give a team an opportunity to put you on match point, no matter where it is, even if it's 4-4. Now, speaking for the side of UTK Orange, they're on the offensive side. Although offense is at least a little bit easier on Moscow compared to some other maps in Search and Destroy, you've got to be careful and you've got to make sure you get these first picks. Zips Esports, they're a bit aggressive over towards A, but I love the middle map push here on the offensive side as Kit ready and waiting for a couple players from the side of UTK Orange.
Yeah, he's just got to tuck his tail between his legs, though, and run away here. He's going to get overpowered. He's able to get 1 at least before falling there. Tobes was also able to find 1. Quickly traded out, though, by Slane, so trades are just going to go down back and forth. D1 college athlete also able to find his first kill now of this Search and Destroy, and it's really just Slane left alive by himself, and a D1 college athlete going to find his second kill of the game there as well, tying us up at 3-3. Just clean round there from the side of Zips Esports on defense. Just they didn't even have a full counter to the 4-man push through mid, and they were just able to win all their individual gunfights at the end of the day there. And I mean, these 2 kills from D1 athlete, just so huge at the end of the day.
I mean, playing back there, especially when you have full control of that AS&D site, is something that a lot of players might not necessarily do. And once Kit goes down a middle map after getting that and securing that first pick for the side of Zips Esports, then it's all about maintaining that A control, and if you need to, then retaking that B bomb site. And they did that perfectly right there. The side of UTK Orange, they got caught with their pants down, and now they're back on the defensive side looking to go ahead and take another round. But Zips Esports, they shut down the 3-round-in-a-row win streak for the side of UTK Orange, looking to make it a second in a row for themselves. Middle map control not there as Gustavo takes down D1 college athlete inside of the gold window. No streaks to look forward to for either team as it stands. Gustavo the only one with 1 inside of this round. Tobes inside of gold looking to make a play potentially here in a couple of seconds, but realistically UTK Orange, they've got the hold of middle map, they've got the hold of Zips Esports, and they're looking extremely good here in this defensive round.
Yeah, and they basically have them just trapped back here right now. Hearts is able to win a huge gunfight though, but he's quickly traded out, so it's just going to be 2 players again left for the side of Zips Esports. Make that 1 as Tobes is trapped all by himself in the Boulevard. The Boulevard of Broken Dreams, if you will. He does not want to be in this situation right now.
We'll see if he can do what Narcs was able to do a couple of rounds ago, a 1 versus 2. Slayin gets some shots, Revised is there. That's beautiful team play from the side of UTK Orange, and it rewards them with a round victory and a 4-3 lead here in the S&D. Well, I don't think we'll see it once again, however. Actually, yeah, we will. So, player on the right starts shooting, gets the information that the player's over by that gold window, and, well, slides out to the left and is able to go ahead and play bait and switch, cat and mouse.
We love us a good bait and switch.
UTK Orange, I mean, that's just clinical search and destroy right there. And it looks like we're back to what we typically would see inside of every Call of Duty match. And we've got AK-74 used, Krig's out, and, well, Revised, bit of a different weapon here, and I'm a huge fan of this, the Bullfrog coming out here in this S&D round. This thing is, for a lack of better words, incredible.
I mean, everybody's just trying to push on into this A site right now from the side of UTK. Revised might get caught out. He does get around the corner, though, quick enough, and Kid will get tagged up by that grenade as well, so they should have enough time to get this bomb down for free right now, and then try to get away with their lives. But he's not going to be able to. Slane is going to fall. And I mean, once Slane goes down, it looks like it has not been great for the side of UTK Orange.
Trades back and forth, 2 versus 2. Retake now for the side of Zips Esports. Through the back, Alstro wins a huge one on the D1 college athlete. Gets revenge for the last gunfight that they had. Tobes is there with the Krig. 23 seconds. 7.5 seconds is the defuse time. I don't think you have enough time to rotate back around through middle map here, brother. You've got to get the kill and secure the defuse. You're better off pushing through office, but we'll see what he's able to do. Around the corner, Tobes tries to get out to the left. Gets some shots there, but Goose Vava very easily is able to get away. Doesn't matter if he dies here. Even if he's able not to secure the kill, he's going to be be able to get the round win for the side of UTK Orange. The shot punch comes through. The body shots follow suit. UTK Orange now at match point in the search and destroy. 1 round win away from putting this on series point going into the control.
A little bit disrespectful there with that shot put right at the end. But, I mean, you got to love that play. They're able to bully their way onto the A site, get that bomb down, and just fully come away with it for the side of UTK Orange. And, I mean, if we're really looking at things right now, you got to be looking at Tobes on the side of Zips Esports. He's really carrying his own load right now at 9-7. And if you're looking over at UTK, you got Slain at 10-5. And really, like I was trying to say towards the end of that round, he is the only player outside of Kuzfava who is sitting positive right now for the side of UTK Orange. So once this player goes down, you got to be looking for more players than just him to step up on the side of UTK. That last round, Gusava able to do so. And now trades just go down back and forth off the start of the round. A bomb site should be relatively open for the time being, but a pinch starting to develop already from UTK.
Tubbs had a good left peek, was able to find the first blood there onto UTK Orange. However, as Kit finds Goose Fava, it's going to be another 2 versus 2. Zips Esports wasn't able to do great last time, but again, to your point, the scoreboard, it's showing basically what we saw on the hard point. Tubbs being able to hold his own while his teammates have unfortunate struggles. Kit, though, able to find the kill there, 2 versus 1. Alstro now with an opportunity. It is going to be a wrap through middle map here, potentially back over towards A, but it's going to have to be back towards A because either A, they've got to get the kill, or B, they've got to get the bomb and put it down. Alstro is there, finds one. Kit there to pick up the second on the trade. 4-5. Zips Esports stay alive in the search and destroy. They've got to win 2 more rounds if they want to take the S&D.
I mean, they are definitely more than capable of doing it if they keep dropping Slain right now. He has easily been their best player here in the search and destroy. And I know I keep bringing it up, but it's because it's that relevant right now. He has been absolutely on a roll for the side of UTK Orange, but none of his other teammates really able to find the same success that he's been able to find so far here in this map. And if Zips Esports can continue to take advantage of that, they need more out of D1 college athlete right now. He was able to help out so good in that 1 round. You can see them already. They're developing a 2 versus 2. And oh my God, college athlete hearts are getting very aggressive towards this B site, already pushing all the way through onto Globe. And D1 college athlete might be in the perfect spot to be able to find a couple kills. He's able to find 1 before falling with his own life, but the college got to come in. You got to know all 4 players are down that boulevard right now. We should see the rotation starting to come in from Zips Esports.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a D1 college athlete right there, even though you're not having a great game, you got to be happy with being able to get that first blood inside of the round to help your teammates. Even though you get traded out, it's still a 3 versus 3. The wrap back over towards A potentially coming through, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The side of Zips Esports, they've got to get back over towards A, because if UTK Orange is able to get this bomb down and get through the site without anybody from Zips Esports even having any opposition to this push, that's going to spell unfortunate troubles, because retaking A, we know how difficult it is, but when you have absolutely 0 presence, it's going to be even harder. Oh, Narts, that's terrible timing as he pushes through. Not going to be able to get his gun up. Revised is there to try and get that second kill. Shots will be there, tags him up, but won't find the kill. 3 versus 2. UTK Orange, they've got complete setup and control over towards A. Zips Esports in a very difficult retake in a 2 versus 3.
And I mean, we saw UTK able to hold this bomb in basically the exact same position last time. Kit was able to find 1 here, but now he's going to be left in a 1 versus 2 as Tobes falls. And this is just spelling disastrous for the side of Zips Esports. He falls, and UTK Orange going to take the search and destroy here on Moscow 6-4 final.
That round's got to hurt. If you're inside of Zips Esports, you make the right play over to B to rotate to counteract the push from UTK Orange. However, you just sat there way too long. You just waited for UTK to make their play. You didn't show any dominance on the map. You didn't show the ability to put your foot in the, at least in the door frame, and be able to stop that push from UTK Orange. So realistically speaking, if you play passive, you're not going to get rewarded for it 9 times out of 10 unless you are playing a really nice defensive round. They fall into your lap. But if the offensive team makes any sort of play that you're not ready for, or they counteract your push and what they think you're going to do with a nice play of their own, realistically, most of the time it's going to work out in their favor, and it does there in the S&D. They win at 6-4, 2-0 up in the series right now, and with a control win, they lock themselves into the top 4 spots in the top cut here in Appalachian Division. And more importantly, what that's going to mean is they make themselves automatically qualify for playoffs as well. They're not going to have to go through the regional qualifier of 12 teams. That gauntlet, not for them if they win 1 more map here inside of this best-of-5 series. As we get ready to go into the raid, though, for our control, what are we going to be looking forward here before we kick it to a quick break, Jesse?
I think you just got to be looking at both teams here. They're both very good at raid control. 7-2 coming in from UTK Orange, 6-2 coming in from the side of Zips Esports. I think the one big thing that we can kind of look at, though, is when both teams played Eagles COD Blue, it was a 3-1 victory for the side of UTK Orange, and for the side of Zips Esports, it was a 3-1 loss. So, Definitely, definitely, you can take that because that Eagles COD Blue team is been a very good team in this division. They have a very good chance of being able to sneak in tonight and finding that last playoff spot as well. So, man, it's not what you want to see for the side of Zips Esports. That's all I'm trying to get to my point here.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you take that statistic at face value, it absolutely shows that the side of UTK Orange has the advantage here. But folks, we're going to kick it to a quick break. On the other side, Raid Control and potentially the closing of our first series of week number 9. The potential ending to a best-of-5 series here, potentially the final map that we'll see from the regular season for both of these two rosters. Raid Control, UTK Orange, they're coming into this one favorites in the respawn, favorites in the series. Zips Esports looking to stay alive and start the quest for a reverse sweep against the UTK Orange roster. It's going to be a crazy one. It's going to be a good one. And well, they've already gone for their first tick, and I believe the new changes for Control have actually come in as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I have absolutely no idea if they have yet. So that is something that we definitely need to be on the lookout for. Have they been added 20 seconds? So they have. So yes, it does look like the new changes have been added in. So if you guys don't know, the new changes are for every 20 seconds or for every tick that you are able to accumulate, you get an extra 20 seconds added onto your time, as opposed to before when you would gain a zone, you would get the extra minute for getting the entire zone.
I mean, I think it just makes the mode play so much better. It's more rewarding for getting those individual ticks as well, especially if you're trying to bounce back and forth between those two sites. You know, beforehand, it was, all right, if you got the entirety of A, you'd get a full minute on the clock, and that's great. But now, if you go over towards B and you're able to get 2 ticks, you're adding an extra 20 seconds every time you go ahead and find yourself a tick, and it's fantastic. And that's what you love to see. It allows for a lot more variability and variety in the way that you're able to play, and I could not be more of a fan.
Maybe not.
I don't know if it came through or not yet. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. But either way, extra minutes going to be added onto the clock no matter what, though, for the side of UTK Orange as they completely secure A. 2 ticks on B. It should be relatively easy to go ahead and get that final tick. But again, that all comes down to if they're able to make that good team push. And if Tobes can go ahead and lock down the side of UTK Orange, the gatekeeper has done it all for the side of Zips Esports throughout the first 3 games.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're all spawning out towards that back jungle now, and all they need is 1 tick. So once they get this kill, they can jump on the hill, try to get some stack in. But you do have Tobes, the man who has been going hard all day for Zips Esports, who is here. He does end up falling, though, this last tick with that final kill from Goosefava should come in, and that's going to be round 1 UTK Orange already. And we're sorry, guys, about that. No change in the mode yet, but that's a change that could possibly be coming in the near future for College COD.
And that is something that I honestly, again, love, but something that I like a bit more. Players on streaks. Alstro on 6 to end off that round. 1 more kill will give him streaks, namely that artillery barrage and the cruise missile. And, you know, I've had people ask me before, why are there only 2 streaks allowed inside of competitive Call of Duty? And that's because there are some streaks that just don't, I guess, allow for fair and competitive play, and it makes it a bit unfair when the streaks do get called in. Obviously, you're supposed to be rewarded for streaks, but in the artillery barrage and the cruise missile, it's basically the lightning strike and the Hellstorm missile from BO4, something that we played with throughout the entirety of the year, and that's kind of just been a standard for not just Treyarch games, but all Call of Duty games as well, those type of streaks. God. So already off the rip, though, 2 ticks a day, make it a full 3. They're going to get the entirety of A and add an extra minute onto the clock.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm UTK Orange here, I'd be trying to send a player in towards that back bedroom area. They have nobody down there. So that's 1 less job that Zips Esports are going to have to do here on this rotation out. Slayin just staying on the map there. Oh my God. Doing his best little parkour impression there. But as I was saying, usually to get this B zone, you have to be able to slay out whatever player has gone towards top bedroom. Nobody is going to be there for the side of UTK. So that's 1 less job for Zips Esports. Now all they really got to do is just win their gunfights middle of the map, push on up, and just try to get in towards this top control. 2 big gunfights, and they can just pinch these players who are down in the bottom of the map right now, but UTK are able to at least win those gunfights in the middle and just get back their spawn a little bit here.
I don't know if we can check real quick, but I don't think Alstro got those streaks because he was on 6 in a row. And no, he did not get them. So the 6 in a row comes to an end. He's not able to get that 7th, and that could be crucial for the side of Zips Esports, being able to shut down that player. The buzz kill comes through, and they don't allow any more utility for the side of UTK Orange to be had on this map. However, thus far, they've not been able to get over towards this zone whatsoever. Zips Esports, they've still got a 2-life advantage over to the side of UTK Orange. And if you're wondering why at the bottom of each of these teams this is either defending or attacking, the Codcaster change that was a little bit more recently, not as recent as the Season 2 update, but It does show the lives in the middle of the screen now comparatively to the left and right sides of the screen. So folks, if you are wondering why or how that is, it's a new feature that I personally absolutely love. It gives a lot more to the people at home. It gives a lot more to us casters, and just has, I guess, a quality of life improvement for the UI for the not only casters but the viewers at home.
UTK is just absolutely shutting down everything Zips Esports tries to do right now. Every time we see them try to pinch out through a different area on the map, it just feels like UTK has read them and are just able to come away with the gunfight wins. And it just feels like every trade right now is just going in the side of UTK. They're starting to get a 3-life lead now. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. And I mean, Zips Esports got that first zone very quickly. They had around 2.5 minutes to try to get on and get into towards this B zone. And they haven't even been able to get close yet. UTK doing a fantastic job on their defense here.
I mean, not only the extra time on the clock, but they had a significant life advantage too, trying to push over towards that zone. And as Slan finds two, D1 College Athlete pushes through and towards money. That's going to be it. That's the final push. Zips Esports, unfortunately, they're not able to go ahead and win this offensive round that started off so good for themselves. UTK Orange 2-0 up in the control, 2-0 up in the series, 1 round away, 1 map win away from completing the 3-0 sweep and locking themselves into the top 4 inside of the top cut.
And with how good UTK's first offense looked, I mean, I'm going to be a little bit scared here if I'm a Zips Esports fan, that's for sure. Because, I mean, UTK in that first offense, I think it was, 40 seconds into the round, and they had 4 ticks on the board on 2 different zones. So, I mean, you definitely got to be worried if you're a Zips Esports fan here. But, I mean, you got to be looking right now at Kit. Kit's got to turn up. He's got to get a little bit better than the 7-13 he's at right now if they want to be looking to try to pick up this round win. You can already see UTK off the start of this third round putting a full 4-man push over towards B, and they should have a 4v2 towards the site right now.
Great team shots over towards the top. Water Steps is going to have 1 there. 2 actually are going to come over from the ring side, so wasn't able to really decide which player he wanted to go ahead and shoot at. But as Alstro is in the back spawn, Tobes is there to go ahead and catch him off the respawn. 1 tick of progress at B is coming through, looking for 1 more. Narts at the basketball court, looking around the corner, able to get some shots there on the Slan. D1 College Athletes finds the kill as well. So that's the entirety of B, basically wiped for the side of UTK Orange. Zips Esports, they hold on strong on the defensive side. However, the close spawns over towards A are going to come through for UTK. They've got 1 tick, make it basically a second here as nobody is home to contest from the side of Zips Esports. Tobes in middle map, not able to get it done. Slaying with a nice cheeky angle under the red Lambo is going to be able to find the kill. 2 ticks a day, looking for the final one here. They're going to be able to get it. Nobody home, nobody pushing through. UTK Orange, an extra minute on the clock. Basically, exactly we saw last round, except Zips Esports didn't get that tick on B to start it off.
And I think the unfortunate part, too, for Zips Esports is, yes, you shut down the first push over towards B for the side of UTK, but I mean, they were able to just play zone tag and run straight over towards that A site and just get a complete tick in there, or get all 3 ticks in there, get the complete entire zone. Tobes' push here is going to be so important in the back. He needs to be able to find a couple kills back here, shut this push down, and keep these players spawning up towards ring to shut down this push from the side of UTK Orange.
Akron looking to make this push over towards B on the defensive side. However, it's not going to work out for them basically at all. Tobes up in the top of the bedroom. He's going to be the last player alive for the side of Zips Esports that can truly make a big play here. Goose Fava will fall. And as I say, the side of Zips Esports weren't in a great spot. Tobes continues to keep the guns churning.
He's got 5
the
in
motor
a row.
Inside of his mind, still firing off on all cylinders. 5 in a row, looking for 2 more. Will get him streaks as well. Kit will find Slayin, and this has been a great defensive hold from the side of Zips Esports. They've needed a defiant stance. Tobes will fall there, and that'll kind of ruin the hope and dreams for streaks.
Yeah.
However, that's going to be big for the side of UTK Orange. They get the player out of top bedroom. They find 2 more. 2 are down for the side of Zips Esports. They're looking to play over towards Kitchen. The shots are there. Slayin finds 1. Only 1 shot left inside of the 74U. Last player alive for Zips Esports inside of that top money area. They're going to come off spawn all the way over by Laundry. They've got to make a play fast, though. Gusfava with 1. Now Kitchen control for the side of UTK Orange. Gusfava to the right. Nart's looking to make that play. Krig on Krig action. Kit will fall in the back. Revives is there. Slang finds the kill. That's 3 down for the side of Zips Esports, at least towards the hill. Now out of money, College Athlete will fall. Slaying looking to find the last couple of kills. Kit up top. The shots are there from Slayin, almost able to find the kill, but more importantly, they get the tick on the zone. UTK Orange 3-0 the control, 3-0 in the series, and they lock themselves into the playoffs for CCL Season 3. A monumental series for them, but more importantly, the start to a beautiful run inside of the 64-team playoff bracket.
Oh man, I feel like if you're Zips Esports there, you got to be hopping out the window and trying to hop onto the zone to shut that tick down. But he kind of just sat up there and waited, and it does not work out in their favor. That is for sure, Cord. And that's going to be it for the side of Zips Esports. Hopefully for them, they're able to make their way through that long ruling play in that we're going to see that gauntlet, as you mentioned earlier, and hopefully for them, they're able to learn from their mistakes and come back harder here in our 64 team playoff bracket once we get there. But congratulations to UTK Orange, able to fully lock their spot in at this point. And I mean, having that third seed in this Appalachian region, it's so big for them.
Absolutely. And I will say, folks, if you're wondering when playoffs are going to be, April 16th, 17th, and 18th, that is going to be the $25,000 64-team playoff bracket. That'll be all covered here on side of College Call of Duty. You can find it here, obviously, on the College COD Alpha and College COD Bravo channels on Twitch, respectively. However, that's going to do it for series number 1. I'm going to quickly break down what you can expect from the regional qualifiers here coming up soon. Basically, what's going to happen is the top 4 teams in the top cut are automatically locked into playoffs. They do not have to play in the regional qualifier. They are already in as 4 of the 8 teams from their specific region. Inside of the regional qualifiers, all of the rest of the teams in the top cut, so for 5 of the regions, it's 8 teams. For the other 3 regions, it's another 6 teams. They'll be entered into that regional qualifier against the other teams from the top cut, and of course 4 teams from the top of the bottom cut as well. So 8 teams from the bottom cut are going to be completely cut out. Those last 8 teams inside of overall record, not only in their cut, but overall inside of the CCL, are going to be said goodbye to. So 12 teams will be in each regional qualifier. The teams that are right behind those top 4s that automatically qualify in the top cut will get the top seeds in a first round bye. The other 8 teams inside of that qualifier will be playing against each other, where the highest seed plays the lowest seed. And then, of course, whichever team wins that will go on to face the next team inside of that regional qualifier. Basically, you've got to win 2 games. If you're in the bottom 8 teams in the qualifier, you've got to win 1 game if you're the top 4 inside of the qualifier. It might be a bit confusing, but once we get a little bit closer to that qualifier that starts up soon, you're going to understand it very, very quickly, and you're going to be able to catch on. That's going to do it for me for the first series. Cruising Spads and Seymour coming up next for our second best of 5 series here for day number 2 of week number 9. We'll see you here after a break, where 2 more teams are going to be facing off for divisional supremacy.